Hello, welcome to week 4 of Yoga One. So, this week we are going to put it all together, put together the seated poses, the standing poses, a little bit of dynamic, a little bit of static poses, and try to answer some of the questions that I know I had when I was starting yoga. And that is, I don't know which direction to stand when I'm doing Warrior One, Warrior Two. This is just very confusing to me. I'm not sure how to know when I'm doing this right or when I'm doing this wrong. And so I have named this week the 6 directions of the spine as well as work on the hips. Because some of this is about just trusting yourself and trusting that things feel right in your body. So we're going to work in the 6 different directions the spine can move, and that is forward folding, back bending, side angle to one side, right, and side angle to left, and then twisting right, twisting left. Those are the 6 different directions the spine can move. And a lot of people like me, when we're teaching, we try to at least get in one pose, one asana for each one of those. So that's one thing that we're going to focus on. And then we're going to put together many of the poses that we have done over the past few weeks in a way that kind of hopefully will make sense in your body. We're going to start off facing one direction and then do all the poses in the order in which they have to be done and your hips would turn. And then we'll do them again on the other side of your body, but in reverse order, so that you start off facing one end of the mat. And by the time we're done, we're going to end up facing the other end of the mat. In yoga too, we're going to add into that section revolved poses. They're not going to be in this practice. This is kind of a taster for the beginning level of that. Revolved, what that means is when we do triangle pose, our right hand goes to our right leg. When we do a revolved pose, the left hand goes to the right leg. Or so it's opposite hand and leg together, or opposite arm and leg together, is revolved, and the body tends to be twisted a bit more when you're doing that, and we'll do that in Ashtanga week, which is week 6. You'll get an introduction to that, and then we'll do it even more in yoga too. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off on the ground. So I'm going to go over here. So let's just sit comfortably, however that is for you. If just sitting on the floor does not feel supported, if you feel a little bit sunken in, then feel free to get a pillow or fold your blanket up or sit on a block, whatever feels right for you. And let your eyes close for a moment. Go inside. Take a few breaths. And then take a moment to scan through your body, head to toe, noticing any sensations that are present in your body right now. Any feelings, comfort or discomfort, heaviness or lightness, pain, or maybe no pain where you may have had pain at some point. So just noticing without any judgment what's present right now. Checking in with the breath as well. Where did it naturally land? Are you breathing through your mouth or through your nose or through both together? Is the breath fast or slow, rough or smooth, forced or relaxed? How is your breathing right now? And we don't judge these things. There's so many things in life that we think, oh, I should be doing that better. I should be, or I shouldn't be judging. And you need to just let that go and embrace the things that maybe give us discomfort. And in embracing them and allowing them to exist and have their being, it takes the energy away from them and allows you to just say, okay, that is the way it is. Okay. And then you can move on. Let it go. Responding rather than reacting. And then allow your attention to come back to the space. And we're going to start with twisting. So we've done this before. This is the first two directions of the spine that will move. So let your knees drop to one side. Inhale as they come up, exhale as they drop over to the other side. And then just keep moving with your breath. And then the next time that your knees are dropped over to the right, pause there. Turn yourself around, coming down to the forearms, taking a nice deep breath in. If you'd like to do some Kapalabhati, feel free. I'm going to do one round of 20. So taking a deep breath in. And then staying on that lower forearm, extend the top leg out and the top arm out, reaching in two different directions. And then bring the knee and the elbow together and open. Exhale as they come together. Inhale as they open. And keep going. Two more. Then reach around behind, grab your ankle. Let the knee move back just a little bit until the front of the thigh feels a stretch. And then let that leg go. Push yourself back up and over to the other side. Spinning around, coming down to your forearms. 20 short Kapalabhati breaths, taking a deep breath in. And breathe again. Forearm, lower forearm down, upper arm and upper leg extended. And then on exhale, let the elbow and knee come together. Inhale, they open. Keep going. You might move into Ujjayi breathing. Two more. Then bending the knee, reaching around behind you to hold the ankle, or maybe using a strap to do that. Let the knee move back until you feel a stretch on the quadricep, the front of the thigh. And then letting that leg go. Push yourself back up. And we are going to move into cat and cow. So with hands resting comfortably on the ground, if you need to roll up the edge of your mat for some support, you can do that. Arching the back up, let this be inhale. Or arching the back up, let this be exhale. Sorry, this is scooped out belly. This is expanded and open, head up. This is inhale. Contraction is exhale. So just keep moving. And we're moving through a back bending and a gentle forward folding. We'll take this into more of a forward folding in just a moment. And then tuck your toes. I'm going to take my hands a little bit further away. We're going to come off of your knees and then back into a down dog. Walk the dog, wag the tail, whatever feels good. And let's take this moment, since we have it, to learn one way to, or the different ways to move to standing from a down dog. So the easiest way is to walk your feet up or walk your hands back. So that's the easiest way. But you can hop, and I'll probably say hop, step, or walk in class. You can hop forward. The way to do that is to take your knees and bend them. So it's like you're a coiled up spring here, and you want your feet to land up near your hands. So I like looking at my hands because I have made the mistake of having my feet land on my hands. You don't want that. So all you're going to do is just hop up. And then the opposite, to go back, you can coil up here, lean forward a little bit, and then hop back. Back into down dog, coiled up, hop forward. So if you want to pause and play with that a little bit, you can. Or one more direction of the spine, a true forward folding, just hang here. This is called ragdoll pose, so just let your arms be floppy. If your hands are touching the ground already, then you can hold on to the opposite forearm. Your knees are soft. They can be a little bit bent. If you want to go a little bit further, you can try to straighten the legs. And you should feel that stretch in the hamstrings all up the back of the legs. And then we're going to just rise on up into mountain pose. So finding the four corners of your feet to ground down, palms open forward in this standing Samastitihi mountain pose. Checking in with your body. Maybe scanning one more time, seeing if anything feels different as you stand than it did as you were sitting. And then we're going to gently warm up the arms. So spiral them so the backs of your hands are touching in the middle. And then as you inhale, unspiral them and let them rise up just a little bit, not all the way. Then we're going to keep doing this, but each time we're going to let the arms rise up a little higher. And also maybe with each one, you let the arms go back a little bit more to get a little more shoulder opening, a little more back bending in the body. So we're going to aim for about 3 more before the hands are touching over your head. So 1, 2, and with this next one, let the hands touch over your head. Hold them there. Interlace your fingers and turn the palms upward. So the last 2 directions of the spine, we're going to lean over to one side and stretch this whole side muscle body. So you've got the palms turned up, and then let's go the other way. And then we're going to come back to the other side. This not in your syllabus for this. And we'll let the arm on that side come down by your side. Take this hand, make a fist, and then reach up until you feel a stretch under your arm, and then reach slightly forward of that. So this is it's really great for lymphatic drainage under your arm. This is the biggest group of lymph nodes in your body. And they help to clear out waste from your body. Let's go over to the other side. Make a fist. Reach slightly forward. All of that is to feel the stretch along the side of your body. And then come back to the middle. And just stand there for a moment. So we are going to start with some sun salutes, just to kind of get a little movement in. And then we'll start the turn of the body. So we should have pretty much gone through all 6 directions of the spine at this point. Just to review one more time before we do the sun salutes. Forward folding, back bending, side left, side right, twist left, twist right. For your test, I didn't say that. Make sure you know that. All right. So here at the front of my mat in Samasthiti again. Bring your hands to the heart with an exhale. And inhale. Exhale, let the hands drop. Inhale, they rise up. And then exhale, folding. Inhale, gazing out. And then exhale, hop or step back to plank. However you would like to do this. Oh, I did that a little different, didn't I? That was unintended, but it was coming. I'm going to move this block. This is Sun Salute A, and it's a perfect opportunity since we learned how to hop back already today. So we're going to do Chaturanga down to the ground. So what I advise you to do is you're just going to bend your elbows, keep them close to your side, and when you can't hold it anymore, just let yourself drop down, wherever that is. If you happen to get all the way to the ground, then just let yourself drop gently. And then we're going to move into an up dog, or this is a baby sphinx or a baby up dog. You can come all the way to here. My back doesn't like that too much, so I have to stay a little bit lower. Tucking your toes, then we'll go back into a down dog. Looking where you're going. If you want, you can hop up, gaze out, fold, unfold, and then hands to the heart. So that's a Sun Salute A. You will need that for Ashtanga in a couple weeks. So let's do one more. Then you'll have 2 of those, and we'll do a Sun Salute B or 2 so that you're really ready for Ashtanga in a couple weeks. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, gazing out. Hands to the ground, hop or step back to plank. Chaturanga to the ground. Into up dog, cobra. Back to down dog. And breathe. You can take 3 to 5 breaths here, whatever feels right for you. Then getting ready, preparing, looking where your hands are. Hop or step up to your hands. Gaze out to the halfway point. Exhale, fold. Inhale, unfold. And exhale, hands to the heart. So that's Sun Salute A. As I've said in the past, be weary of that Chaturanga. It can, if your shoulders start to hurt, leave it out. If your shoulders start to hurt, just go to down dog and wait for everyone to catch up to you. That's your alternative. Or if you really don't like it, just go to down dog and wait for everyone to catch up. It's a fine thing to do. Sun Salute B has a little bit more to it. So starting with your hands at your heart. Inhale. And as you exhale, drop the hands. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, gazing out. Exhale, hop or step back. Chaturanga to the ground. Into up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Right leg lifts and steps forward. Right knee is going to be bent. This is going into a warrior one. So you're going to inhale all the way up. This first time is going to be really kind of shaky. So just remember, knee is bent, hips are facing that short end of the mat, and that back leg is out. And we've got a bit of a back bend here. This will eventually be inhale, and then back down for exhale. Stepping back, chaturanga, into up dog, back into down dog, then the other leg, the left leg goes. Stepping forward, inhale up, and breathe. Remember, if the back heel wants to be up, it's fine. Let it be. Exhale the hands back down, stepping the left foot back, chaturanga into up dog. Exhale back to down dog. Hang out here for a breath or two. The worst of it is over. And you can kind of see how Sun Salute C has a little bit of each of these in it without having the chaturanga, the shoulder shredder. So let's hop or step forward. Inhale to the halfway point. Exhale, fold. Inhale, unfold. And exhale, hands to your heart. And I actually left something out of that. I just remembered. It starts and ends in chair pose. So as we inhale in Surya Namaskar B, Sun Salute B, our knees bend and we're gazing up. And then after we step forward, our knees bend again. Not for the middle stuff, just for the beginning and end. So let's try to put B all together now. Bring your hands to your heart with an inhale. Exhale, let the hands drop. Inhale as the arms go up, the knees bend. Exhale, swan dive fold, knees straighten. Inhale, gaze out. Exhale, prepare and hop back to chaturanga. Inhale into up dog cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward and keep coming up into warrior one. Exhale, back down. Step that right foot back, chaturanga, into up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Left leg goes now. Let it come up and unhinge into warrior one. Exhale, back down to the ground. Step the left foot back, chaturanga into up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. And breathe. Five breaths feels right here. And prepare to hop, jump forward or walk forward to the halfway point. Exhale, fold. Inhale, unfold. Whoops, keep your knees bent in that chair, and then exhale back to Samastitihi mountain pose. So those are the harder versions. Mind your shoulders. Take care of yourself. And let's do two of our old favorites. Sun Salute C. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, gaze out. Exhale, step the right foot back, lower the right knee. Inhale into crescent. Exhale the hands back down. Step the foot back to down dog and breathe. And then on your next inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward, lower the left knee. Inhale into crescent. Exhale the hands back down. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Gaze out and exhale, fold. Inhale, unfold. And exhale, bring hands to the heart. Last one. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, gazing out. Exhale, step the left foot back, lower the left knee. Inhale into crescent. Exhale, the hands back down. Inhale, step the right foot back to down dog and breathe. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot forward, lower the right knee. Inhale into crescent. Exhale, the hands back down. Inhale, step the right foot forward, lengthen to the halfway point, and exhale, fold. Inhale, unfold. And exhale, bring hands to the heart. Just stand there for a moment without moving. And notice how your body feels. So there are those that say that yoga is not an aerobic activity, but if you do things like this, these different forms of sun salute, you can get a little bit of a boost in the heart rate, especially if you're just moving it and instead of holding, being more dynamic rather than static with it. So, as we talked about, we are going to now begin to, I'm going to start at this end and then we'll eventually end down this end, leaving out the revolved poses. So just to again show you, regular triangle, right hand to right foot, left hand up. Revolved triangle, this left hand is going to go down and the right hand is going to go up. So that pose right there, revolved triangle, is actually part of a routine for to help prevent osteoporosis, which is when your bones get brittle. I might, if somebody reminds me, I'll try to send you guys the link for that. It's 12 poses and it takes you maybe 5-10 minutes to do, and it's really, really helpful. Or share it with your moms if any of them. Women tend to get osteoporosis more than men. So just be aware. So we're leaving out those revolved poses from this. Yoga 2, they'll be in there because obviously this is kind of back this way. So that might be where I would start, or a revolve side angle pose. You know, those might be ones that might be included in Yoga 2 that aren't going to be here. So we are just going to simply start by facing this end of your mat. And I'm going to advise that you have a block off the end there. Maybe put your other block for when we get down there off the end there. Because I'm going to include Warrior 3, which we really haven't done yet in here. Maybe in the classroom we have. So facing that block, not the long end of the mat, facing the block, my knee is bent in the front. The one behind is straight. The toes are slightly turned out. The hips are facing the block, not the corner, not the long end, the block. And then I'm going to just let my arms gently rise up. Remember, you can lean forward and peel off to get this back bending in your body. So just notice now with your feet where they are and everything where it is, notice how you would feel if you tried to turn and do it facing the long end. It feels wrong. It feels awkward. I'm hitting up against this hip because that toe is turned in. When you feel something like that, that's an indication that you should trust yourself. This is wrong. And go back to what feels right. At this level of yoga, where it's not about being a pretzel. It's about being calm, lowering the stress, nice gentle stretching. So Warrior 3, which I think goes with Warrior 1 really nicely, you're actually going to go into a T position, but it's nice to have a block for your hands to rest on when you're starting this. This knee that's on the leg that's down needs to kind of be firm but soft at the same time. And if you want, you can lift the block up with you and open to the T, or you can leave it down. Woo. And open into a T. And whenever that feels complete in you, you just step back into Warrior 1. So Those are the two poses that mainly are down this end of the mat. Side angle, triangle, warrior two are kind of facing this way. So we're going to do a little bit of a transition and go into peaceful warrior. So the arm that goes with the back leg just goes down. The arm with the front leg just goes up. And notice what you might feel in your hips. For me, I feel a slight turn when I do this towards the corner of the mat. Not all the way this way and not all the way that way. Neither one of those feels good. It feels like the middle row, just towards the corner of the mat. So this is called reverse warrior some places, or peaceful warrior. For me, this pose is usually about releasing back what needs to be released and let go. It can also be about getting something and bringing it into your heart, or maybe taking something out of your heart and letting it go. So we're going to transition now into side angle pose. So notice my toes are not perpendicular to each other. I need to turn that back foot out, and I need to still keep this front one bent. I'm going to make sure the elbow comes down, knee is right over top of the ankle, and then the arm can come up into a nice side angle pose. Check out that your head is right over top of your leg. And for those that are feeling like they need to protect, you can take your gaze downward. If you feel like your heart wants to be open, you can take your gaze upward. And from here, using your legs, you feel like you're going to rip the mat in two as you press your feet into the floor and let yourself rise up into warrior two. Then check out what's going on in your body. Is your knee right over top of the ankle? Are your shoulders down? Put your arms up. What's your hip and your torso doing? Are you leaning forward, or are you upright? And then lastly, your gaze should always be out over the front hand. So just for kicks and grins and giggles, let's see what it would feel like if, instead of facing this long end of the mat, I tried to do this pose without moving your feet, facing the short end of the mat. My feet want to move. It feels wrong. I mean, I can do it. It just feels, I can feel all this tension back here, and you may feel tension somewhere else in your body. If it feels wrong, it probably is wrong. That's the rule. That's not on your test, but it's in your private practice. That's the rule to follow. If it feels wrong, it's wrong for your body. I am simply a facilitator here. You are the ultimate boss of your yoga practice and how it looks. So we are to the halfway point now, and that is bringing, actually we're not, I forgot one. So come back to warrior two for a moment if you didn't already get out of it, and then straighten the knee. Reach forward with that hand on the same side and into triangle. I forgot the triangle. Trikonasana. And be breathing. Again, rip that mat in two as you come up, and now feet parallel, that freestyle forward folding. Just doing whatever feels right to you, maybe lunging, maybe hanging over one leg and then hanging over the other one, maybe a twist, one of those directions of the spine. Maybe you just want to hang here, maybe you want to come up onto your toes, bring your heels up off the ground. Maybe you want to bend both your knees. Whatever feels right to you. And then we're going to turn to do this the other way. So that means that the opposite toe is going to turn out. This is now the back of my body, and this is the front. So I'm going to do them in the reverse order. So we'll start with triangle, which is the one I just forgot. So and we'll just do them, kind of undo them as we turn our body this way. So I'm going to reach and tip over. Remember, check out your head, make sure it's right over the leg. If you want, take your gaze up at your thumb. Feel very two-dimensional in your body as you're doing this. And how would it feel to take this triangle? It feels really awful to try to do it facing that short end of the mat. This just feels terrible. I can't even describe to you how wrong that feels. So, but you have to try out doing these wrong to really get it in your head what feels right. So now let's go ahead and bend that knee, the opposite knee, and we're going to go right on into Warrior Two. So check out your knee. I need to bring my foot back a little bit. So it's right knee is right over the ankle. Exhale the shoulders down, but arms are up. That's always nice. Shrug your shoulders up and go, and just let them drop down. And then the last thing, from that leaning forward into triangle, a lot of times this hip juts out. So bring it back and take your gaze over the front hand. Breathing. And we'll go into side angle pose. Gaze up or down, head right over top of the leg. Knee still right over the ankle. And then we're going to flip-flop the arms and gaze up into Peaceful Warrior, Reverse Warrior. And notice what your hips feel. Your hips may feel okay being this way, but they might feel like they want to start turning a little bit. One thing that's nice to do if you really like dynamic moving poses is to move through Peaceful into Warrior Two into side angle. This is sometimes a really nice dynamic thing to do. So know that add that to your wheelhouse. And now from this Peaceful Warrior, we are going to move into Warrior One. So I've got to move my feet now. If I leave them where they were and I try to turn, because I know Warrior One is done down the short end of the mat, my back foot's like, no, and the whole leg, it just feels like it's being twisted wrong. My knee hurts, actually. So I need to bring it over to the other side of the mat. Toes are somewhat facing forward. The back toe is maybe angled out. If you need a little bit of release, let that back heel come up if it feels like it needs to be up. Front knee is bent and right over top of the ankle. And then leaning forward, peeling off from the waist up. Let the arms go up, shoulders down. Palms facing each other into Warrior One. Warrior One and Warrior Three kind of go together in this sequence. So we're not going to do Warrior Three first, just because it's very easy to transition from here into Warrior Three and then back into Warrior One. Ooh. And when you feel ready, you can just step on back into Warrior One. And then let the arms come down. So I hope that part was helpful in just teaching you to trust your body, trust your feelings, trust what you're feeling physically, somatically in your body as being correct. If in your body something feels wrong, it probably is wrong. It's that sixth sense thing. If 10 years later something happens and you have that same wrong feeling in your body, it's a signal. Something's not right. Listen to those signals. They're often right, even if we don't remember. All right. So we're going to come down to the ground for a corpse pose now. So I'm going to just sit here. and let you guys get your own. You can put whatever you want under your knees or nothing under your knees, pillow for your head, blanket over you if you feel so inclined, whatever is going to make you feel comfortable. If there's light, use your eye pillow, and just relax for a moment. So I don't have a particular breath meditation. I don't have a particular pranayama on the schedule for today. I would just like you to pick the one that resonates with you the most, whether it is 3-part breath, Durga, whether you like Ujjayi, or maybe something else from our list of pranayama, maybe B breath, that or maybe there's something else that just really captured you and made you feel good. So as you lay down, just allow yourself to move into whatever breath technique resonates with you. If it's single nostril breathing and it doesn't feel comfortable to be laying down, then you're welcome to lean against the wall if you've got a wall to lean against for this time as well. So just taking some time to breathe, however that feels is right today in this moment. If Ujjayi is your preferred breath, try to make it soft. Try to make it silent. Very, very gentle. Let the breath just become very, very gentle. Let it almost completely fade away. Fade away. Fade away. Meditation today is dhyana. It's number 326 in Meditation from the Mat. A steady, continuous flow of attention directed toward the same point or region is meditation. It's from the Yoga Sutras. The 7th aspect of yoga's 8-limb path is meditation, or dhyana. Once we have learned to practice dharana, to quiet the mind through focused effort, something else begins to happen. We can already bring our attention to one point and keep it there. We have an awareness of the mind and the object of concentration, the seer and the seen. Now dharana leads to dhyana. Attention becomes effortless. There is no longer a seer, only the seen. We experience this kind of effortlessness absorption in love when our love for our child or partner transcends all thoughts of our personal safety or comfort. Because it is an intrinsic aspect of our nature, we also experience dhyana in our everyday activities. As a waiter, I would count the tables I was assigned at the beginning of the evening. I have 2 tables. Then I have 4 tables. After long months of practice, I came to understand that I was not truly working until I no longer knew or cared how many tables I had. At that point, I was simply in flow. There was only the moment and the next right task to perform. Counting tables was dharana, and dharana became dhyana when the tables disappeared and there was only the task. Bring your attention back to your body and to your breath. As you feel ready, moving the small muscles first, the fingers and the toes. Larger muscles when you're ready for more movement, the arms and the legs. Bending the knees, rolling to the right side or the left side, pausing in the fetal position for a few breaths. And when you feel ready, use the palms of your hands to push yourself back up to sitting. Let your hands touch the floor. Feel that grounding. And with your next inhalation, let the arms float up, palms come together. Exhale, bring the hands down to the heart, head bows, eyes close. One deep breath in and exhale. Eyes open, head lifts, and namaste. Thank you for your time and your attention, and have a wonderful week.